I am so excited. I know I say that every week, but this week I'm truly so excited for the guests we have lined up and the topic that we are going to discuss. So you probably know her and you probably love her. She does our 5 and our 11. It's Melissa. So Melissa is not only our 5 and 11 anchor, but she's also my desk neighbor and a great friend. So she needs no introduction, or at least not from me. I'm going to let her introduce herself. So let's have Melissa join us. Let's see, Melissa.
Hello. How's it going?
Melissa, so tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been at WNDU now for almost 7 years. I was actually the morning reporter for about 5 of those years. So the past year I started anchoring our 5 and 11 p.m. I also do a Michiana Eats segment, and yeah, just having a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Michiana Eats, because I love that, and I'm pretty sure all our viewers love that. That's one of the first things I got to like shadow when I came here. We went to Howard Pork.
Oh yeah,
it is Howard Pork. Before we get any
not a typo
emails or calls, there's a restaurant called Howard Pork, and it's right across from Howard Park.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna discuss today. So funny / I guess embarrassing moments on air. I tend to look at everything as it's like just funny, and I learned my lesson, and it was a great time. I've had a lot, but you know, for time purposes, I'm only going to show 2. But you know, Melissa, I've had quite a couple.
Yeah, we all do though. We all do. It's normal. When you go on air every day, you're bound to make a lot of mistakes. And I mean, I make mistakes every day. You know, you just gotta laugh it off.
Yeah. You have to laugh because they're so funny. Okay, perfect. So let's kick things off with one of yours. Which one do you want to start off with? Tell me.
Let's start off with the thermos, because that one kind of went semi-viral back when it happened. I believe it was like 2018, 2019 maybe.
Yeah. So you posted this a while back, and when I saw it, I was like dying. Like, this is gold right here. So explain to us, where were you during this live shot?
Yeah. So this was in February of that year, and it was an extreme cold snap. So we were doing like live shots outside of the Century Center, just talking about like where to go if you needed a warming center and stuff like that. And I was trying to make the live shots a little different. So I was like, okay, well, why don't I try the hot water challenge, which if you don't know what that is already, you're supposed to take like boiling water, throw it into the air, and then it just like freezes midair. And so I thought I was going to do that. I had gloves on, and it did not go the way planned. It kind of slipped out of my hand. So that's where everything went wrong.
All right, let's pull that up.
This little water test to see if maybe the water will freeze before it hits the ground. Let's take a look and see if this works. Oh. And I threw my thermos. So,
oh my goodness.
So I don't think it froze before it hit the ground, everybody. But nonetheless, it is cold outside. Stay inside if you don't have to. We're going right back inside. We will.
It's funny because my photographer at the time, he doesn't work here anymore, but Ben Patrick, he was laughing so hard behind the camera. He said he almost dropped the camera too. So it was, yeah. And people online were like, oh, she threw it on purpose. No, I didn't. Like, I was so embarrassed.
No, I love that one. And it also went kind of viral when you posted it on Facebook like a couple months back too.
Yeah, Twitter it did really well, but yeah, it was embarrassing for sure.
I love that moment. Now I'm going to show one of mine. And I would love this because when I was putting the videos together, I told Melissa, oh, I'm gathering videos, and like I think you asked me like, oh, from like when? And I was like, from last week.
It's okay. I embarrass myself every day, so this is a regular occurrence. Come on.
So this one, it was last week actually, and I was on air with Josh at 4. He was solo anchoring, but I don't know why George was on my mind. I guess I had talked to him like prior to going on air or something, but I was living ahead of my time. Like, I thought we were doing the 5. I thought it was George. I think George was solo anchoring too that week. I don't know. So I'm assuming that's what happened, but
it's okay.
But let's show that, and let's show the confidence I said this with.
Last night's presidential debate has almost everyone talking here in Michiana as well. Our Erica Jimenez caught up with voters to see how they're feeling right now after last night's debate. Erica, fill us in.
That's right, George. Sorry, Josh, the debate is over, but as you mentioned, people feel that a lot of questions went unanswered. Let's break down exactly what happened last night. Last night's presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump was hosted by CNN.
And I think that we can stop it right now because I just go on and on and on.
That's all that matters. You know, when you make a mistake on air, you just got to keep going, laugh it off, just keep going. That's my motto, because I used to really let it get to me. I would really struggle the rest of the day and be like just negatively in my headspace and just like so upset. Now it's like you just got to laugh it off, keep going. Viewers know we're human. You know, we make mistakes.
I think that for me, this one was really good because I have a hard time, like, when I'm laughing, I can't stop. So I was like, I don't even know how I pulled that off. Like, I read my VO so perfect after that, but I was laughing so hard. And you can kind of hear Josh laughing in the back, too, because I was like, yeah, George. Like, and he's like,
no, wrong person.
Oh my God. And actually at the end of this clip, he's like, oh, that's the biggest compliment you could have given me. Call me George.
Nice.
And I was like, you know, I love George.
Yeah, George is great. See, it all worked out.
It did. It certainly did.
Yeah.
So now, where do you want to take it?
Oh man, let's do the food dropping one. That was again, a lot of the embarrassing moments came from my first couple of years. So, you know, let's just do that. That was like 2018, I think. Yeah.
Local artists and just a lot of great music that you'll be able to come and listen to. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
All right, sounds great. Enjoy your food. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Bring back any leftovers, okay?
Oh, okay. I saved it.
Oh my God.
But she saved it, but did her dress? Is her dress okay? She looked so cute this morning. I was complimenting her on.
Was your dress okay?
It was fine. Yeah, I don't remember if I was able to eat the burger after that, but all morning we're hyping up the burger, and I'm like, I'm so excited to eat it, and then I almost dropped it, but that was a pretty good save, you have to admit, right?
No, it was pretty good. You're pretty neat on air with your mistakes. Like, you keep it going.
Keep going. Just laugh it off,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So I'm going to show one of mine.
Okay.
And this one, okay, so backstory about this one. So this was one of my first times on air here at WNDU. So this one was a while back, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I did not really know a lot about Day of the Dead, and like now looking back, I'm just like, I mean, I've learned, and that's kind of part of our job to like learn and inform people. So I feel like for this one, I did not know what I was talking about, but Google was my best friend. I don't really like celebrate Day of the Dead, but so I had the honor of emceeing an event at the Morris, and the Morris is such a beautiful theater here in downtown, and that was like one of the first few things I did here. So I was like in awe. Like, it was such a cool event. I had such a great time. I think they might want me back this year. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Nice.
So this was an event that I emceed, and it was great. And then Lauren and Josh had me talk about it like a couple days later. They're like, oh, how was it? What's like Day of the Dead all about? What was the event about? So this is what this next clip is about. Let's
see this.
Let's play this one.
So basically, Day of the Dead is like a day that is believed that those that have passed on to another life come when the clock strikes 12 at midnight on November 1st and 2nd, and they just come and spend time with their family. Like, their spirits come down.
Wow.
So families will usually lay out food for their loved ones. They'll place their favorite snacks, their favorite food.
Gotcha. Like an altar, like you said, they create an altar. Okay.
Favorite drinks and food there. I would come back too.
It's an honor
Like,
your loved
why
ones and
would
to
I
feel their presence.
Yes.
That's really
So basically, Day of the Dead
Oh,
is a day that
see,
is
that's
believed
good.
that
I
But
like
it's
it.
what I think I love about my embarrassing funny moments on air is that I say it with all the confidence in my chest. Like, it's like, what are you even talking
Gotta own it, you know, because sometimes people at home don't even notice, and that's what I've said to newer reporters too. Like, when you make a mistake, 9 times out of 10 people, they maybe notice, but they just keep, you know, going on with their day. We really take it in a lot, so you just gotta laugh it off and move on.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. June was very hard for me. I've been sick the entire month of June.
Oh,
It's July 3rd today, so everything's getting better, but still recovering.
Okay.
So yeah, that was an embarrassing moment. Every time I look at that, I just want to I just facepalm myself because I'm like, that's the moment that your producer is supposed to be like, rap,
Oh,
end it right now. So that was an embarrassing one for me, and but I'm gonna look back at this 10 years later and like probably love it. So these are the moments.
Good memories, you know.
So now talk to us about the last clip we're gonna show today.
Yeah, this is I wouldn't say it's as much as embarrassing, but this is a really funny live shot I did again several years ago. But this was at the Napanee Arts and Crafts Fair, and I was interviewing a professional tomahawk thrower. All morning we were just kind of like hyping him up and like, can't wait to see him throw the tomahawk. I was even practicing a little bit off air throwing it myself. And so it didn't really go very well for either of us, the professional or me. So we both kind of just failed at it. So.
Let's watch this.
You are a tomahawk thrower, a professional one. And so people can come throughout the weekend and they get the chance to actually learn how to throw a tomahawk.
Yep.
So we've been taking some behind the scenes lessons, but first I want you guys to take a look at Hawk because he's a professional, so he's got to be the first one to do it. So let's take a look at that. And
edit that one.
You have so many different things too. It's crazy.
Well.
Well,
we're editing
I love
those.
this.
I don't think he thought
I was
it
thinking
knew
about
it was
having more hot.
live because he kept saying edit it.
Oh, nice.
Well, bye, Jackie.
Hey, you need one.
Actually, can I try too now? I
Yes,
finished my
Melissa.
lesson. Which one is the lighter one?
That one.
This one, okay. Okay, so this is safe, you guys, by the way. He goes through to instructions,
safe.
lessons on how to be safe and how to properly throw it. So I'm gonna try.
the
That's the
background
keyword.
noise
Okay.
still going on.
Don't split my hawk handle.
Okay. Okay, so we need to keep taking the lessons. So that's the moral of the story.
Oh
You
my
are a tomahawk
goodness.
thrower,
I
a
love that.
professional
Yeah.
one. And
No,
so
you guys
people can come
are-
throughout the weekend.
That's TV right there.
That was great, and I have interviewed him several times since then, and yeah.
Does
no.
he like remember that? Does he bring that up?
He doesn't really get out of character, so
Okay.
like he stays in his 1800s mountain
I love
man
that.
persona, and
Yeah.
I try to talk to him, and he like will not get out of it the character. So I have no idea. I don't know if he remembers me or what.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Now let's
Yeah.
see. Is there a moment that maybe wasn't on air, but something that like you look back and you're like, what an embarrassing moment?
Oh, just looking at any of the old footage. I actually don't like watching myself, period. Like I cringe, like the voice, everything. I really try to not do that, but really just like my first couple of years, it was a struggle, and that happens for everybody. You know, you kind of have to develop your personality and your voice on air, and so yeah, I don't know if there's a specific moment, but I just know that it was really struggled. Like going to breaking news when I was a new reporter was really hard, you know, just kind of on the fly, not knowing what was going on at the scene, but I had to still do a live shot without any information. And so that was difficult, but yeah, I got through it. So,
But yeah,
about
let's okay, so let's talk about that a little bit, because I think that you're so right. I don't like to see myself, and I always tell my family and friends I don't like for them to see me, which is weird because they want to see me.
Yeah.
And my sister and my dad are actually flying in this week, so I just know they're gonna be watching, and I'm already like, how do I disconnect the cable box? Like I just don't like them watching me.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what's funny about the clips we just showed? I was wearing the same dress in both of them, so maybe I just need to stop wearing I have other dresses, guys.
Maybe,
I promise.
yeah.
Melissa, you've seen me.
I've seen, maybe it's bad luck. Maybe just don't wear that one.
Yeah, maybe it's that dress,
Yeah.
but I was wearing that dress both times, and like that's in a span of months. So maybe there's just something about that dress. But
Bad luck.
I think that you're right about like. I mean, you have to look back and laugh at it and just keep moving forward. Like we're
Yeah.
all human.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like it happens to all of us, you know?
Exactly. And
So-
yeah, those are the things you guys don't see on air, is like the off-air moments where you're like, oh, that was bad. I'm sorry, everybody in the newsroom. Like,
Yeah, and we all
So-
laugh about it and we all talk about it, and
yeah.
we all make fun of each other a little bit here and there. We're like, oh, good one. But
Just gotta laugh it off.
let's see. Let's talk about other things. Like, so tell me, like, what's a piece of advice that you'd give to someone that's new to the industry?
Oh,
Something
that's
that
a
you
good
wish
one.
someone had told you.
Honestly, just trying to be yourself. I think that's it sounds so like generic and cliche, but I think that that's really the biggest thing. Like, I try to tell some new reporters, and people told me when I started in the business, is just like, don't try to do, anchor woman voice and just be so like prim and proper. And yeah, you have to be professional, obviously, but you want to just make sure that you're not completely fake on air and then totally different off air. I really don't like that. I think all of us at WNDU do a really good job of like being ourselves on air. And so that when you do see us out in the public, we're not like a whole different person. I feel like we're really true to ourselves and stuff like that. So I would say that just be yourself, and you don't have to create this whole persona. You just have to be yourself and report the news as best you can, and truthfully, obviously, but yeah, be yourself.
No, I love that, and I 100% agree. I think, like, you're right. It's so hard seeing yourself on air, hearing your voice. I remember the first time I tracked something, I was like, why do I sound like that? I just was so hard on myself. And now, now I record packages, and I'm like, I love the way I sound. Like,
Yeah.
that's who I am. And you know, we all have an accent to somebody. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yes, that is so true.
I think that's something that I struggled with a little bit when I came here. I also, my hair was like black when I first came here. And that wasn't, I had made the mistake of like, before I got the job, I dyed my hair black. I don't know what I thought I was doing. And my hair is like dark brown, but it's definitely not the black that I had. So I think fixing that definitely helped my on-air presence a lot. Like I just felt better and stuff. So definitely, yeah, I 100% think it helped and it played a big role. But I feel like I haven't been in the industry so long, but I definitely agree with you. Say like, just be yourself. Like people are going to like you for you. And I feel like I really do that on social media. Like I just show my personality. Like, yes, I'm going to report the news truthfully and honestly, but I'm also going to be myself and show personality, because at the end of the day, that's who I am.
Yeah. And it's so sweet to see like viewers. We really have a great viewership at WNDU, and a lot of people just are so sweet to us online, in the comments, and in person. It's really nice for people to come up and just give you a compliment, and you know, it just makes you think about like, okay, that's why we do this, you know, to make an impact in the community. And honestly, I've had so many people come up to me back when I was on the morning show and talk about the embarrassing live shots I did. So those are the memorable ones. But it was good though, because they would say like, you know, I woke up and was laughing, I spit my coffee out, I was laughing so hard. I'm like, you know, I love that, because you gotta have some fun. You can't be too serious all the time, you know?
And I think I have had that with the snow. Like I'm known as a person who's never seen the snow and stuff. So definitely I 100% agree with you. It's always good to be yourself, keep it moving, laugh, have a good time. Like that's what life is about. This job is already, I've always said this job is already like hard enough as it is. Like we have hard stories, and it's just good that we get to laugh and lay back a little bit sometimes.
Oh yeah, and you mentioned the snow, so I have to talk about this really quick. So I think you know what I'm gonna say.
What?
Yeah, so you and Natasha obviously had never seen snow before you moved here, and so I remember, I think it was like October or November, whenever we had our first dusting, and I'm emphasizing the word dusting because it was like less than an inch, and they were like, oh my goodness, it's snowing, this is so exciting, like, oh my goodness. So you guys were like all excited about it, and you came back in and you were like, okay, like I'm done with winter now. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't even a snowfall. Like that was
me and you have had so many talks about this. Like you're like, this is nothing, and you're like, girl, where's your sweater? I'm like, I am wearing my sweater. What do you mean?
No, I would come into work. I mean, I'm the type of person, I don't care what I look like when I'm out in the cold. I'm putting on the massive jacket, hat, gloves. I don't care. Like, and I come in and you're wearing a cute little jacket, and I'm like, Erica, what are you doing?
Oh my God. It's just, I still struggle with that. Like, I feel like I'm not prepared, and I'm not trying to think ahead of my time like I did in that shot with Josh the other day. But like, I feel like summer is like flying by.
Yep.
And before,
let's not. Yeah, let's.
I feel like here it's like winter forever, summer for 3 days, and then winter again. I don't know. That's how I feel.
But we didn't even have a bad winter last year. That was a pretty mild one.
Well,
that was a mild
role
winter
on me.
That was a mild winter.
It was hard on me. I'm not made for the cold, but it's definitely beautiful to see. I just, with the job we have, we kind of have to participate in it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And honestly, by January, I'm like, okay, I'm done with the pretty snow. Like, let's move on to spring now. So even being here my whole life, it's, you know, you get sick of it. So.
Yeah. When also what you were mentioning about like letting people see who you really are on it for. Let's talk about Charlie.
Oh.
Who knows Charlie?
Oh my goodness.
That's Melissa's son.
I
has
call
a kid.
my son all the time. I don't actually. He's my dog. But and no, I don't actually think he's my child. I'm just kidding.
My dog is my child though. I'm gonna say that he's my baby.
How much time do you have? I could no.
Me and you always talk about our dogs. I feel like we share the same love for animals.
We do. I really just love Charlie so much. He's like my best friend. Like, you know, and my favorite thing about having Charlie is when you do have a bad day at work and you're just kind of down and you go home and he's just happy to see you. And I'm like, okay, everything goes away. I'm like, okay, this is why I do this, so I can provide for my child.
Yeah. And I always ask him, like, how's Charlie? Where's Charlie? What's Charlie doing? Is he okay?
Yeah. I posted a really cute picture of him today, actually. He got groomed today, so he's all ready for the 4th of July. So.
Oh my God. I'm pretty sure everybody follows you, but where can people find you on Facebook?
My WNDU Facebook page. So it's Melissa Stevens WNDU.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing all these laughs with me. I enjoy it. And we're going to have more. So this will be back in like 10 months.
10 months?
That's too much time. I'll be back in 2 months. I'm just kidding. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate your time today.
Yeah,